Today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy meal that could literally make you smarter. All you're going to need for this meal is some lion's mane mushrooms, some real salt, and then 2 cast iron pans. So the first step is to heat up both of the cast iron pans and make sure they're oiled with a high heat oil. And then you're going to let them heat up until they're pretty hot. While we're waiting for these pans to heat up, let me tell you a little bit about lion's mane mushroom. So lion's mane mushroom has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. And if you look closely at the mushroom, it kind of resembles a human brain. Now, from a traditional standpoint, there was a philosophy that the look of the food that you were consuming was reflective of the look of the part of the body that it would heal. This is known as the doctrine of signatures. So this was a philosophy for a long time with the lion's mane mushroom. However, modern research has supported what ancient medicine knew all along, which is that this mushroom can actually support the brain. Lion's mane mushroom contains 2 compounds, arycines and aricinones, and both of these compounds are known to support brain-derived nootropic factor and nerve growth factor, both of which help to stimulate, promote, and preserve the life of neurons in the brain. So by eating this mushroom, you could literally get more intelligent. Okay, so our pans are pretty hot here, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these mushrooms and I'm going to put them onto the first pan. Make sure that this pan is oiled before you put them onto the pan. Next up, I'm going to take a little bit of salt and I'm just going to salt the top of these. If it was your flavor profile, you could easily add herbs and other spices to this, but I'm a traditional salt guy. Next up, you want to sprinkle a little bit of oil over the top of this. I'm actually out of my coconut oil, so I'm going to use olive oil, but I wouldn't recommend using olive oil just because it doesn't have a very high heat point, so it burns pretty easily. Then what you're going to do, and make sure you use an oven mitt for this, is you're going to actually pick up the other cast iron pan after it's been heated up, and you can see this one's smoking, and you're literally going to crush the mushrooms with this pan. Smash them so that it creates a kind of steak-like substance. Next up, I'm going to pick up this pan, and I might have to scrape them off the bottom here. And you can see that we're starting to get a steak-looking mushroom here. So I'm actually going to flip it. And then I'm going to do it once more. So I'm going to let these cook for a second. I'm going to put some salt on them so that both sides are salted. I'm going to let this other pan heat up, and then I'm going to crush them one more time. And now after we let it cook a little bit, you can see we have a nice crust on the side of the mushroom. So, oops. Now we can serve some of these up. So I served these mushroom steaks with just a little bit of sprouts and a balsamic vinaigrette. And you see, you can just cut into it and eat it just like a steak. Now, if you wanted to get the same brain boosting effects that these mushrooms have without having to go through this whole process, you could always just take lion's mane capsules. This is Synthesis Limited's lion's mane capsules. This is my brand. These are all organically sourced. They're all natural from the earth and they have no BS ingredients. It's just straight up lion's mane mushrooms in a capsule. I have been taking lion's mane for years and it has absolutely transformed my brain health. It helps me to focus, it helps me to lock in, and it helps to keep my mood stabilized, and it helps me to feel sharper, and it helps me feel like I'm not getting that end of the day brain fog. So if you want lion's mane, you can cook it like this, you could take it like this. However you get some lion's mane in you, it is great.